Good morning, class. So we were doing with economics and till page number 5. Till page number 5 we have completed and we have to start with this topic. Okay, how is land distributed between the farmer of Palampur? So this question is asking, this topic itself asking a question that how the land is distributed between the farmers of Palampur. Okay, so you must have realized how important land is for farming. So till now in this chapter you have realized this thing that land is very important factor for farming. Without land we cannot even think of doing farming. So unfortunately not all people engaged in agriculture have sufficient land for cultivation, but unfortunately every people don't have agricultural land for cultivation. Okay, and what is the status of Palampur village? In Palampur about 1/3 of the 450 family, means 1/3 of 450 is I guess 150. So 150 families are landless, means they don't have any uh, even a single hectare of land. Most of them Dalits and no land for cultivation, and in this 150 families most of them are Dalits, means belong to lower caste, and they don't have land for cultivation. They don't have even a single land for cultivation of the remaining families. And in this 150, those who are not Dalit, who own land, 240 family cultivate a small plot of land less than 2 hectare in size. So 240 families cultivate a small plot of land, means they have land but they are very small in size, less than 2 hectare also. Okay, cultivation of such plot doesn't bring adequate income to the farmer family. So cultivation in this land which are less than 2 hectare doesn't bring adequate income to the farmer's family. Now come to this box. This box is a story of a person whose name is Govind, and the story is of 1960, means some 80 years back. Okay, not 80, 60 years back. So in 1960 Govind was a farmer with 2.25 hectare of largely unirrigated land. So Govind was a farmer. Okay, and how much land he has? He had 2.25, means somewhat more than 2 hectare, but this figure is also less for cultivation, for purpose of cultivation. Okay, so with the help of his 3 sons, Govind cultivated his land. So with the help of his 3 sons, Govind cultivated his land. Though they did not live life very comfortably, the family managed to feed itself with a little bit of extra income from one buffalo that the family possessed. So the outcome of the land that they cultivated for their livelihood is not very much that they can live their life comfortably, but they had also, in addition to their land, they had also buffalo. So they can earn a little bit extra income for their to manage their livelihood. Some year after Govind death, after somewhere Govind is died. Okay, so his land was divided among his 3 sons. Now this 2.25 hectare of land, because of this person is died now, so it will get divided between his 3 sons. Okay, each one now has a plot of land that is only 0.75 hectare in size. So now each one of his son has now 0.75 hectare of land only, which is also less than 1. So you can imagine the situation here with the Govind family. Even with improved irrigation and modern farming method, Govind's sons are not able to make a living from their land. So even with improved irrigation, means if they are using high quality of modern farming method and better quality of irrigation, then also they are not able to earn, they are not able to feed their family properly. Okay, Govind's sons are not able to make living from their land. Govind's sons are not able to earn their life comfortably with this amount of land. They have to look for additional work during part of the year. So during part of the year they also have to do additional work away from rest from the means left from the farming. They also have to do some additional work during the year to earn to feed their families. You can see the large number of see in this figure there are large number of small plots scattered around the village in the picture. These are cultivated by small farmers, means these small lands, some have big, some have very small. So these are cultivated by whom? They are cultivated by small farmers. On the other hand, more than half of the area of village is covered by plots that are quite large in size. And what happen in Palampur? There are 60 families of medium and large farmers who cultivate more than 2 hectares of land. So 60 families of medium and large farmers who cultivated more than 2 hectares of land in the village Palampur. A few of large farmers have land extending over 10 hectares or more. Okay, so only a few families have land over 10 hectares or more. The rest all belongs to middle class families, and they are at 16 numbers. Okay, so from this figure you can well understand the distribution of cultivated land in the village Palampur. Okay, now look at this figure. These are the various farming activities that are carried on by the farmer during the process of cultivation. Look, some are doing ploughing, some are spraying insecticides, cultivation by traditional method, modern method, cutting of crops, everything is shown in this figure. Okay, now come to this figure. In this figure, one circle showing the cultivated area between marginal and small farmer and medium and large farmer, and other circle is showing the number of farmers. So look, 55.4%, this is the percentage of whom? This is the percentage of small and marginal farmers, means this is the percentage of those who have less than 2 hectares of land. Okay, so how many farmers belong to this category? Look, 15%. And 44.6%, how many farmers are there? 85%. Okay, those have number of farmers are 85. Okay, so who will provide the labor? Now the next question arises, who will provide the labor? After land, labor is the next necessary factor for production. So after land, what is the next necessary factor of production? Labor. Labor is the next necessary factor for production. Means if you have land and at the same time you don't have labor, means you don't have people who will work in that field, okay, who will make the food available to us. If we don't have that factor, that is labor, then we can't even think of doing farming without labor. Means after land, labor is very important factor for production. Farming requires a great deal of hard work. Means farming required a great deal, means it required lot of hard work. Okay, small farmer along with their family cultivate their own fields. Small farmer, what they does, they cultivate their own field, means they don't need anybody. They means the farmers and their family member together, they cultivate their own field. Okay, thus they provide the labor required for farming themselves, means they don't require labor from outside, they are themselves enough for their land. Medium and small farmer hire farm labor to work on their fields, and but medium and large farmer, what they does, they can't do these farming activities by themselves, they hire farm laborers to work on their fields. Okay, so class, I have explained till here. Now from the next topic, from this page, I will explain in the next class till page number 7. Please study from your side, and if you have any doubt, ask me on the WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you.